I think we're live. Not sure. Yes, we are live. It shows that we're live. Hey guys, we're here. We're late, but we're never on time or we're never late because we don't really have a schedule for it. But with all that being said, let's have some fun. It's nighttime, and when the nighttime is here, the freaks are out. So who knows what's gonna happen in this show? A lot of things will be spoken about: fights, fire, a lot of litness, a lot of plot that happened in this past couple of days of summer scene that just started. So without further ado, let's get going and hit the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my Brotakus. Introducing first, the demon in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for Weekly Shonen Jump, the Hurricane Typhoon, Legend Vash, Miguel. And finally, our last Brotaku. He is the CEO of the Careful for Spoilers podcast network, founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He is JB, exclusive, the great and talented James Barnes. How y'all doing?
Good. We're doing great. It's weird to not have Raya here, guys. But just saying, he's coming. He's just late, but he's busy doing his own thing. So that's one thing that we'll be speaking about as one of the announcements that we'll be talking about later on during the show. But
Don't worry, we're charging up our chakra. We'll do our summoning technique.
But we're doing good. James, how you been? Because you watched a lot today.
I'm great. I binge watched a bunch of great anime today. I read some stuff. I feel awesome. I'm so ready to talk about all of this stuff on the podcast. I'm great. I
same here because I watched a good couple stuff from 2 seasons ago, and I haven't been reading as much, weirdly enough. I've been really actually watching a lot more animes this week for this episode podcast. But
I've actually been reading more. I've actually been catching up on my Shonen Jump because things I've been saying that I should be reading, like like Vigilantes and other stuff. That say, I should catch up. I should definitely read because before I get screamed at on the official Shonen Shonen is gonna be coming out soon and everything like that. I should be reading before I continue to get screamed at. So I've been trying to do my best on that.
Well, we'll be ready for that by Sunday when we have a new episode of the Shonen Ronin episode 2, and we will talk about My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Spy Family. What else? Yes, Bone Collection,
and Time Paradox, I think is what we said.
Yeah, we can do Time Paradox, no problem. But yeah, guys, you can check that out once it shows up. But yeah, there's been a great so far. There's some episode 1s of summer season anime so far, and I want to first talk about our personals anime watchings. Ray can, once we have our chakra ready and we're able to summon him, we can come next. But first, James, can you go first?
Yeah, just what I've been watching over the past couple of days.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So just really, I've been rewatching Attack on Titan. I rewatched all like 50 whatever episodes, rewatched the whole thing, and I'm going to find where it stops in the manga, and I'm going to read that all the way back to where I am current. Because man, chapter 130 of AOT was fucking insane. Besides that, got to watch God of High School, Black Clover came back. Dude, so much good shit, so much good stuff.
Black Clover was actually good. That's one thing I was happy about. I enjoy my reaction. The only thing that got me out of it, like for like 10 seconds, throughout the whole episode, was the argument between Leopold and Asta, like saying more. That's the only time it got me out because I feel like I got over that type of comedy already from them. I thought. But hopefully after this 6-month training, aka time scale, whatever, hopefully they move on from that type of comedy and move into something different because it kind of threw me off a bit. But that's me. I don't know how you feel, James.
I mean, I agree with you, but I'm just saying I don't think 6 months is going to change them as people. So, I mean, I think that's going to continue going on for a couple years because I don't see them shaking it. But I'm really looking forward to all of the training that they've been doing over the 6 months. I kind of wish they did it in the manga, but I'm okay with the way it turned out. I'm okay with the time skip, and I'm really enjoying what happened in the first episode. Leo got to do this really cool new fire spell. I can't wait until he masters it. I'm loving this training so far.
Cool, cool. Any other animes that you've been watching, James?
No, I just Attack on Titan, dude. I've just been watching Attack on Titan, and right before we started recording, I was rewatching The Devil Is a Part Timer.
Okay.
That's so much fun. I love that anime. And another one that I forgot to mention was The Misfit of Demon King Academy. I
Mhm.
love OP characters, and this has a really, really good one. It's pretty much about the Demon King being reincarnated 2,000 years later, and now he has to go through Demon King Academy to be named the Demon King again. It's very, very interesting.
I think it has all your favorite topics: a demon king, an OP main character, and reincarnated into
Yep.
something.
I
Yep.
still need to watch that. That's one of the series that I was trying to watch like a couple nights ago, but I still need to watch that.
I mean, it's fun. Like it's very generic from
It did look fun.
from all the animes that we've watched that has have a demon king, has a OP main character, has a reincarnated or teleported to a different world, that sort of stuff. If you like, just like the devil, my devil's a part-time worker, how not to summon a demon lord. Like, there's a whole bunch of animes exactly like this, and
I
it
hope
does.
it gets a season 2 because a lot of these types of anime don't get a season 2, and I really hope it does.
Well, I mean, how not to summon a demon lord got a season 2, so I
I
don't
mean,
see why not.
but I mean, thinking about so many anime with like OP characters like Chivalry of a Failed Knight,
Mhm.
Aesthetic of a Rogue Hero, In Another World with My Smartphone, 100. There's so many of these really good anime with OP lead characters that don't have sequels. Campione, that's another really good one. No sequel. Like, come on, let's get a season 2.
But yeah, I'm with you for there. Most of these animes should get a season 2 for sure. I'm actually enjoying it myself, a Sekai fan, OP character, something. There's a satisfaction you get when you see a this cocky asshole of an enemy just who just think they're big shit and just comes to fight the main character thinking that he's just weak, and then he just totally dismantled in like matter of seconds. I don't know. There's some kind of satisfaction, especially with Anos. I think that's his character's name. He
Yeah.
just literally like, all right, I don't need to move my fan. I don't need to move. I don't have to move place anywhere. All you have to do, you can just try to attack me and whatnot. Heartbeat, and that just kills the guy. I was like, wait, what? Wait,
Yeah, he
what?
has some really insanely good spells. Like I can't wait to see what antagonists they can even have for the Demon King. Like it's gonna be nuts.
Definitely for sure.
For me, I really want to watch it because I was editing Sam's video. I'm like, okay, this looks entertaining. This looks more entertaining than the other things Sam has reacted to. For me, in my perspective, so like I definitely want to put time to watch it. And also, this chick got some long ass title. I was like, what? But it definitely looks good to watch it. But still got a long ass title. And like Sam has always said, if it has a long ass title, it might be good.
Facts, dude.
Thank you, Grant. He only watched it because I've done a video of it. If you liked it, let us know in the comments. But yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry, Sam. I just want to give a quick shout out to LSF, the team of Shade of Red. So I just want to give a quick shout out to him and also to Grant as well. There are people who always support us, who always watch us, and also if you're having a good time and you want to listen and kick back to us, thank you very much because I know that's what LSF is doing right now. So hopefully you have a good night and have a better week, my man.
Yeah, man. Arigato.
Sure. Yeah. I think it was a great anime to start. Good. So far so good. All summer anime has been hitting pretty strong with their first episodes, and
Yeah,
I'm
God of
very
High School is
impressed.
insane. Like God of High School, that first episode is insanely good. Like just that opening sequence before you get to the opening song, where you just see like the guy's palm.
The
He
palm. Oof.
like what the hell can this guy do? And then you get the entire tournament, the battle royale right out the gate. That was really well. The fight sequences were done really well. I'm really impressed with the animation. The score is good. The opening song is still it still needs to sit with me a little bit more. I don't know if I like it yet, but the score is good.
Oh, the
Man,
score's nice.
like this first episode was crazy.
Yeah.
I like the opening and like maybe because I am a Ray fan, EDM and everything, but
Yeah,
I
you
dig
are.
the opening. I really dig it. It's really, I don't know, like I feel like it fits it. Maybe because I heard it before it was public and everything, but I enjoyed it very much. It was great to listen to. Got a High School is really entertaining itself. I just want to say I'm excited for it. As much as a first episode to compare the two between Tower of God and God High School, God High School takes over as first episode introduction.
Hell yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah. Yeah, for the opening, it might give me more to get used to. I thought it was interesting to use because it sounded a lot like K-pop or like K-pop music or J-pop music, that sort of way, which is fine. It brings up the energy that's going to be coming for this anime. But I have some like reasons. I thought it was like an okay because I don't know, I felt like there was so much missing for this first episode for me. I needed a little bit more information about our main character, uh,
Jin?
Jin. Sorry,
Yeah.
and like the other two as well, because technically in the webtoon series, he wasn't really he's not the only main character. It's literally the whole 3-person team is like the main characters for this anime.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like it's a pilot. Like you can't get the general audience interested with a bunch of backstory in 20 minutes. Like I mean, realistically, 18 minutes when you cut out opening and ending credits. Like it's a pilot. You have to get people interested. You do a quick thing to introduce the core characters. You get into the action, what it's really about, and then you get into the backstory in the coming episodes. But for a pilot, you just can't do that. No one would watch it.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it depends if it's like is an interesting, if it's an interesting pilot. Because I was interested in the webtoon series after the first chapter. Like, within the first 7 chapters that covers the entire episode 1, I was actually fully interested in that backstory because each of them has their own reason to fight into this tournament, and you get that from the 3 main characters, and it's actually pretty cool.
That's for you though, but this is a production company that has to think about billions of
The
people.
broad audience.
Yeah, the
understand
bigger
that.
audience.
And
Like
for
I
me-
agree with you. The backstory we get at the very beginning of the webtoon works for me, but for general audiences to get them into an action anime, that's not the way you start off on a pilot.
Yeah, no, you have to add a lot of the fights in within that first episode and have great animation to back it up.
But before we continue the conversation, we have to do a summoning jutsu. And
All right, guys.
It,
Get your hand
is
signs.
it is the perverted king, Jiraiya Sensei.
Wish you had that soundboard music.
Right?
He's here.
Oh, hey. I heard everything you said, you raggedy bitch.
What did you hear?
I heard everything.
So you
All right,
heard that you are the Jiraiya Sensei.
I am not Jiraiya. No. I mean, I will be, but I ain't getting stomped out like he did. So no.
Well, I gotta do this intro first, you guys. I guess
Sam, you don't have to. You don't have to. Just say it. I want you to know that it's fine.
He's going to anyway, Ray. Just saying.
I'm gonna go to anyway.
Okay, fine. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna stop you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Game Master, the Divine God Woken of Divinity, the Director of Anime, Mr. King of Games himself, Rayapollo!
Hi guys, sorry I'm late.
So good. We had to summon you just in. I said we summoned you just in time.
Thanks. Is George here? You suck. Sorry, just had to get it out the way.
Yeah, George is here. He said he goes whispering, but for me, it seems like they hear me. Correct? You guys don't hear me whispering, right?
No.
So maybe it's the OBS side. So.
Horny Jeff. Horny Jeff wanted his light.
Wow.
That you can call me. It's fine.
All right, Warden. How are you, man? How's everything, Ray?
Today's fine. You know, busy day. Very, very busy day, but it's all good now. So I'm done now. I can sit here, relax, and talk with y'all about anime and manga, and I'm gonna eat some food in front of all y'all.
He will.
I'm hungry.
So, Chad, by the way, so let me know if I sound better to you guys. My team tells me that I sound good, but let me know if I sound better to you guys. I fixed some stuff on OBS, so let me know if I do sound better. Thank you very much if I do. But yeah, glad to have you here, Ray. What did you order?
I'm not telling.
Well, we were talking about God of High School, the first episode. I know you did.
Oh yeah.
But let's talk to everyone. Let them know what you thought about the first episode.
You mean my favorite anime of the year?
Already?
Yes.
Damn, you're saying that
already. The first episode. Listen. My hero's not currently where the manga is. God of High School. I love the animation. I love the premise behind this anime. And let me tell you, it only gets way more wild. Way more wild. We ain't even see them flex. No. So I mean,
someone got Stone Cold Stunner, dude. Someone got Stone Cold Stunner.
It's not that they got Stone Cold Stunner, but did you see who Stone Cold Stunnered them? That she's a Stone Cold Stunner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need a Stone Cold Stunner to do those stunners. So I mean,
I just love it of how Ray doing his reactions are like, "Oh, I like her," and I really like her. He just went up close to the camera.
That's
like
my
that.
favorite character.
I'm like,
careful there, Warden. Careful there.
Wait, I'm the Warden. I can do what I want.
Remember, she is not Tifa.
True. Tifa will win the God of High School tournament, but that's okay.
That's true. And plus Jesse will lose.
Oh no, Jesse got a gun.
That is true. Yo, speaking about God of High School, when we're on that topic, the one thing that hooked me in is when they say all mixed martial arts, everything included. That's what hooked me in the most, because to see all styles of fighting, because that's one thing I've always loved about comics. Comics always try to include all type of martial arts, and Baki as one and everything. And something that I love about Marvel Comics, Captain America knows a bit of almost every type of martial arts, but he never has fought anyone else that always have known the same thing as him. Same thing as Batman, other characters. But to see this show and anime use all types of martial arts and types of punches, types of weapons and everything, any type of weapons included, to actually see this happen in the animation, and some characters said that they were not even going serious. I'm like, so who's going serious? Who's not going serious? And then after that,
the low-level punks.
Yep.
Yes. And then after, what got me more intrigued, when Morihei looked up, said, "I want a rematch against Blondie." I'm like, damn, dude got balls, and you know he's a main character when his eyes are like stars. I'm like, that's a main character.
I mean, if you ask me, this dude is like a true main character. Like
Yeah,
he's the MC's MC. That man is going to push beyond his limits.
He's literally the definition of MC. The hair, the goggles, the eyes, the whole structure, the body. Like,
For it. I am so
the boots. The boots are wild. I love them. But this man, okay, first of all, feats of strength immediately. He can ride a bike as fast as a man can drive a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's breaking logic. That I do agree.
I love it though. It's anime. Like, this is an anime's anime. It's great.
Dude, during the battle royale, there was a guy reading a book while beating the shit out of people with a bat. I was losing it.
James, you're gonna love that guy.
What I love about that, when he did the thing with the glasses where it shine bright and everything, it reminded me so much about the dude Kabuto from Naruto, where he always used to do the same thing as well.
I was gonna say he was also like Kakashi when he was just reading a book and just taking each other.
Okay,
like,
that's a better example.
Like, I don't even need my full attention. I got.
But no, I love this episode. It was, I had a lot of hype going into this, and I gave y'all a lot of hype going into this, and I'm glad. At least to me, it absolutely lived up to that hype. At least for the first episode, I think so.
Hell
I
yeah.
do agree. Out of the, I think 3 or 4 series Ray has done now for the brand. I think 3 or 4 series. This is my favorite thing he has done for us. This is my favorite. Like, it shows the most hypest.
It's because it's like, this anime is like pure hype. It's great. I love it. So,
actually, you know what remind me in the beginning where you see the whole palm into the eye?
So it was supposed to be a fist, a big ass fist.
Wait, what?
Because I was thinking like.
So if you read the
Hustle.
webtoon, it's supposed to be a big ass fist, like I mean a big fist from the sky.
I saw a palm. I saw a palm too because of his hand.
I saw a palm.
I saw a palm too.
Because I was just reading it.
Yeah,
me too. Me too.
Yeah.
It was a palm. Because you saw his palm that had the cross and literally got imprinted onto the island.
And when he slapped it to his desk, it looked like a palm.
Maybe they redid that because when it came out all those years ago, because it was a while ago. I remember a big
10
ass
years
fist.
ago. I think it was like 10
yeah,
years ago.
Grant and
Yeah.
Ludens said 2010, but I think that was Tower of
Woo.
God. I'm not sure.
No. I saw 2010 as well for
Okay, so
out
most
of high
likely.
school. But the thing
And
is
Grant
that
says Palm as
could
well.
be.
yeah,
Alright.
what reminded me was the movie Kung Fu Hustle. Remember when he had that palm?
Oh my
crushing him?
God.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep. So no, it gets a little insane if you could tell by what happened in the beginning.
There's
Just
a
a little
lot of
crazy.
difference.
But Ray, cool question. So, what is their power system? Like, you know how there's Nen. And,
I'm not telling you.
So,
Yeah.
is that spoilers?
I'm not. Yep. It is
Okay.
spoilers, and I'm not telling you.
I don't want to know.
I'm
Yeah,
not telling
because
you.
I was a bit curious. Like, is it chakra? Like, what is it? Like, haki? So, like, that's what's curious to know about it. But if it's not, it's better to.
But
not
I will
know.
tell you, it's one of my top 5 power systems.
Interesting.
Word.
I've heard about that on a lot of people too, so I'm really curious about that because I know the guy from Project Manga, Knox. He also said the same thing about that. Like, there's his top 5. So I'm like, I'm pretty curious. Like, what is it about? Like, what type of?
Yeah, exactly. I
process is-
can't see. Yeah, Kirk is right. I can't explain it because that's literally like the show. So like I can't explain it. Like you're just gonna have to either read or watch it to understand it because it'll ruin stuff.
And,
So-
and
Comparing a little bit more.
what I was gonna say is when you find out, it still won't make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I found that's like there's some difference too from the webtoons and the animation, especially the guy's paintings on the wall. It looks complete like the one in the webtoons looks plain.
I mean,
And
let's,
his
let's,
anime looks really good.
I'm glad that some things were adapted better because, like we said, it has been like 10 years since it started.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's some things that I'm sure they were like, yeah, let's change that, let's add this. I'm fine with that. Like perfectly
Same here.
fine.
Me as a anime watcher, I prefer this right now. Like with Tower of God, I prefer the webtoon. But right now, so far, I'm enjoying the first episode, what it is, and like James said earlier before Ray came in, that they need to introduce a broad audience for them to go and check out the webtoon and see them for themselves. It's just like what happened with Tower of God. Webtoon said themselves a couple of days ago that they saw a big increase in the webtoon audience of Tower of God
Good.
readers
Yeah.
checking more out, and that's one, and I'm one of them. So they did the job correctly. They got more people intrigued to the series and check out the webtoon. Maybe me and Sam will also check out Got a High School later down the line once we
You will.
finish
I
solo
already started.
leveling, and
I
then
already
we
started.
and then once we do Tower of God. So me too. But I'm saying like that's probably down the future down the line. But
We'll
that's
see.
something that is exciting, and they're doing a good job for it.
I will say it looks like they aged him up from the webtoon because the webtoon says he's 17. He actually looks 17 in the anime. He doesn't look 17 in the webtoon.
I think he was.
I'm
supposed to
okay
be
with that.
19?
I'm very
Oh,
okay.
no, 17.
Yeah.
You're right. Like it's like
Yeah.
after high school or something like. Or,
I mean, it's high school.
It's
So,
high
like,
school.
It's high school.
yeah.
But one thing I gotta say, but the animation on that bike scene alone was just finesse.
Please
Like,
don't forget Grandpa Noblest. I mean,
Yes, Noblest is good.
LSF. One day I'll read it. One day.
Same
Who
here.
knows?
A lot of people have told me and Sam to read that as well, but we said,
I
hey,
read Noblest. It's
yeah,
great.
yeah. But they told us. I'm like, Sam has read it, me I haven't. But right now we try to tackle one thing at a time. But the bike scene and that whole is what shocked me.
It was
But
epic.
It was epic. But what threw me off was the girl liking the muscles out of the other guys.
I
It
love
was
that.
like-
That was great.
That was so random. But I'm like, I like this. This is different.
She reminds me of this girl from Kengan Ashura, like this very crazy chick. I don't want to go in more further details, or else it's gonna be like going into spoiler territory. Like I think there's a reason why the anime didn't want to go in too much information about her, because they probably will later on. So, but in the webtoons, you find that out in like chapter 2. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
that's good.
chapter 3. for her
And from what I remember, I think this episode was the first 7
It
chapters.
is first 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
First 7.
This episode, the first 7 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There's a lot. There's a
There's
lot.
So that means they definitely must have cut out some stuff. They probably
Oh,
cut out-
absolutely.
Yeah, so they must have cut out 2-3 chapters of worth of stuff. So definitely.
I don't know. I feel like they took like literally a bit from every chapter.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
but
did.
I'm trying to like probably
Well,
condense it. Good
technically
2-3 chapters worth.
They would technically start around like mid 4, maybe chapter 5, and they stretched a little bit more towards the bike scene, because the bike scene from the webtoons so much shorter and like very like compressed.
But you know why they did that? They're stretching the anime because they were trying to flex on us, saying, "Hey,
I know.
this is
That's
how
I
much
know.
we're doing." Like this is
Yeah.
how we go. Really gonna look.
If you're gonna animate it, you might as well go for it and make it look good.
Hell yeah.
And it looks good.
This is a character introduction. We now know what all these guys can do before we even get to the battle royale. So it's like, holy shit.
I mean,
Technically, didn't it start already? I mean,
you
it's just
don't
okay now.
really know what they can do, but you got like a little.
Did you see that one guy's punch? I mean,
Yes.
he took his head off. He took his head off.
Like I said,
It was a glimpse. It was a nice glimpse into it.
I love that, and I love that. I feel like they gave you just enough to be like,
Oh.
okay, that's the style that they fight in. But I can't even say that for everybody. But yes,
Okay.
Mhm.
I love how literally the guy from the prison cell was literally just came in and wrecked everybody. But the Morrigan said, "All right, if you're gonna fight serious, let me fight serious too." I'm like, "Yo!" And when he
He's-
kicked him out of the ring and literally put the knee down there, I'm like, "That is sick."
So it wasn't just his knee. It wasn't just his elbow. It was also his knee and elbow together that took out his leg. Literally broke his leg, his ankles in that sort of way.
Hey, that's still dope.
Yeah, that's
I-
actually really cool. Like you literally see the slow mo of elbow and the knee pressing onto that same spot.
Yeah.
Correctly, and it just like it worked correctly. And what's insane is that he's only using 20% of his power. He's in a straight jacket, and this guy is just using his legs. He's not even using his arms. And when using a straight jacket, you're on weights, so he could be a lot faster and a lot stronger without them and anything. He's just being handicapped.
I'm really curious on the whole power system. Like, it's just crazy. It really makes me wonder. Like, each person has their own type of interesting fighting style, but how do they use it? Like, it's so curious.
For sure. I'm having fun with it. I think we're all having fun. We wait for next Monday for a new episode, and that's actually what anybody can look forward to on Monday. Now people can look forward to something on Mondays. Like people always have to like be like tired and like, I don't want to go to work on Mondays. Hey, God of highschools on Mondays. Hey, that's a bright side right there.
Plus, I'm happy it comes out early at 10:30. I'm like, oh, that's a perfect spot right there. Just wake up, watch it, eat breakfast, and after that, head to my day job. If not, if Ray did the video, I go work on his video, have it out, and then go to work. I'm like, oh, perfect way to start the day.
Yeah, man. Tower of God, great anime. Any last thoughts, guys?
Out of high school.
Yeah, but I'll say it.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry.
But don't worry, Sam. It's understandable. Almost every webtoon that I've seen for the past couple of days through the app almost have a god in it. So it's a bit confusing. Just trust me. You're not the only one.
I mean, I guess all of them are religious. So I mean, I guess. But yeah.
Not your best jokes, but yeah.
Let's move on to our next anime that came out last Friday. Yes, Friday. Fire Force. That's season 2.
James, wanna talk about it?
I mean, go by all means. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for at least like 5 episodes to pile up, and then I'm gonna binge it all. But I mean, I already know what happened, so
Yeah, true. Since I know Ray right now is probably eating at the moment, so I would say that for me and Sam to start it off, I enjoyed it. They also did the same thing. First episode, they flexed. They did their own fighting little, shots and everything. They did their own little mall shots. Shinra, the vice captain, has a problem going now, not knowing how to dress. He sucks at dressing like really bad. Like my dude really got issues. So Shinra, the lieutenant, and what's the girl? Lisa? Not Lisa.
Who? Which girl?
The Pope girl.
The nun?
Yeah, the nun.
Sister?
Yeah, the sister. Thank you.
yeah. I'm
Remember.
her name right now, sister.
I'm trying to remember her name. I'm like, huh.
The magic of Google.
George says the Funimation Con showed the first 2 episodes of Fire Force. Yes, they did. I don't watch the show, but I thought that was cool. Yeah, it was cool. The thing was that it was the first episode of the dub version. I think Funimation probably did the same. I didn't watch it.
Same here. I
'Cause,
didn't get the chance to watch it.
I think they did the same thing of what they did for the My Hero Academia panel from New York Comic Con last
Yes,
year.
they did.
So they didn't. They probably just cut out some parts of every other episode and then put into one for 2 episodes. But I think if not, then they really did show both episodes, and that's really cool. But the thing is that I have my problems with the dub version
Not
of Fire
problems,
Force
opinions
voices.
more, Sam. Opinions. Not really problems. To
Like,
get
it
us.
just doesn't work with me. Like,
It makes sense.
It just sounds so weird to me.
James, did you find out
Shinra.
the names of the characters that we forgot?
Yeah. Yeah, Sister Iris.
Sister
Iris, thank you.
Iris. So we have the lieutenant, Sister Iris, and Shinra going out to the mall to shop for the lieutenant. These girls cannot help a guy either because these girls did a worse job, and I'm surprised the lieutenant should let it slide. And then with that happening, I'm happy that the Fire Force anime show actually does a firefighter calendar. I'm really happy about that because that shows really real. Because I don't know about other countries outside of the U.S. if they do that, but I know in the U.S. they do that here. But to actually have it done in the show like that in an anime that's a firefighters, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
But-
it was more hilarious in a way with Captain Novi just like, all right, we didn't win last year because it's just me and Vice Captain, but now we have a whole squad, we have a whole team.
No. Sam, what's worse is that he said, "Oh, because the guy from the first division died, so we have a better chance to win." I'm
Yeah,
like, you heartless
heartless.
ass.
A man
Like-
just died.
Like, how do you literally say, "Oh, because he's dead now, we have a better chance to win to be front page on December and be looking mighty good"? And his way of winning, double cobras? No, my God, come on, no double cobras. The girls are laughing at you because it's funny and stupid and cliche, not laughing because it's cute. And Shinra, I felt bad for him, and plus Arthur too. Like they were like, and we have the short end of the stick. I was like, damn, that sucks. But I felt bad for them.
Is Shinra's voice actor good in the dub?
That's
Like I
my
said, my opinion, I don't think it fits. My opinion, like
It didn't really
Sam
fit.
Sam agrees as well. The other character sounds alright. I haven't watched it since I watched up to episode 3, I believe, for dub. But for me, it doesn't really fit for me.
But yeah, it was a great first episode. Can't wait for the second. We should get introduced to the pink hair girl because the opening was actually pretty good. I actually like the opening for Fire Force by Aimer.
You guys will like her.
I
Yeah.
know that the new character that's going to be joining Company A as a substitute as well. The guy that's going to be riding a skateboard. That's also voiced by the dub voice of Childish Gambino. So he's going to be voicing him.
Genzino. Yeah, Genzino.
So I'm really curious to see how it's gonna sound. I'm very excited for him. Congrats to him as well. But yeah. Ray, did you want to talk about Fire Force?
It was the perfect Fire Force episode.
Yeah,
Agree.
I definitely agree with you. It's a
I
great
thought
start.
there was some great action, there was some fan service, there was some good story beats, there was some good little plot strings that they left hanging. I liked it. It was real good.
I agree, and that guy really has been using the right arm very well because he really became a abomination because he definitely came out as one.
You would know all about that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. My right arm be looking good sometimes. You know, Cobra.
Yep, you're right. Your right arm is bigger than your left arm. You're right.
But that Infernal was insane, right? Like,
Wasn't it?
Mhm.
So was it like I don't like? So are they gonna explain it? Don't tell me, but I'm asking. Are they gonna explain how that was like multiple, like
A
science? That
mutation-
was like a science
mutation?
experiment, basically.
It's a thing. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's definitely part of the whole Evangelius and everything. It's definitely gonna be part of it. But one thing I'm very happy with Vulcan and the crazy scientist guy. They fit so well with Company A. Like
They do.
once they came out the car, it looked so good. They came out like a boss, came out like a team. It really fits so well as a community. So I really enjoyed that aspect too.
I got to see Princess Habana for like a second.
Hey,
She was adorable.
we got some fan service from there from Shinra's imagination.
I
Mm.
love Princess Habana though because she's very contradicting. She's jealous of having Shinra being in the public eye, but she wanted it for herself. That was adorable. It was cute.
Dude, Vulcan, he's going to create some shit that's gonna blow your minds. I can't wait.
I mean,
Does he
that's what we
create
want.
anything for Shinra?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
No, I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah, I was really like he has a like okay poker face, but sometimes when he says it, he means like yes, but I will not say.
It could potentially ruin something for you, but
Damn it! Don't say anything else, James.
sorry.
Cool.
Yeah.
I
So
like that.
this is gonna be some really good stuff. I don't want to go too into the opening because that's just me analyzing each scene and like who's this and what's that, what's gonna be happening. I'm not going into details for that because most we want to be more surprised when it comes to this 24 episode anime.
But I know that James and Ray haven't had the chance to watch it. The most previous Digimon episode came out this past week, and I enjoyed the most. So I just want to
Is
give
Angel Woman in it?
there were some angels there. I would say
So,
that.
so Angel Woman's not in it, so I don't care.
Not yet, but for this
Might
being
be a
the
while.
for this fifth episode, right? Same, it was fifth episode, right?
Yes, this is the 5th episode.
Of Digimon, it was really enjoyable, and I gotta say, for those that are Digimon fans from the first through fourth or third season, if you guys really enjoyed the series and you guys are a fan and you guys have been like enjoying it for what it was, then definitely watch it once more, because this reboot has better story and better pacing and a better animation. Episode 4 felt a bit flat with animation, but because that's in the middle of the whole pandemic and everything that was going on in Japan. But this episode really, really delivered. Sam, would you agree with me?
I definitely agree with you because the animation gotten consistent, like it balanced up to look really well. Definitely an improvement you can actually see from the old series that's in the 2000s, or I think 89 or something like that. But for sure, definitely beats episode 4's animation. And right now we got the backstory and lore of the Digimon, like their own, a little bit new, but actually is much better. That's better fit backstory of the Digimon series, and I'm totally in for it. I like it. But yeah, definitely for sure. They kept you know how in original Digimon they always repeat the Digivolution, and that everything all together probably takes about like a good 3 to 5 minutes. It's something like they do the same thing with Agumon, and sometimes with the new Digimon that's the other ones like Bergermon, Tentamon, and all that stuff like that. But you don't get sick of it. It looks really well done, where you're never gonna get tired of watching the Digivolution, and I'm happy about that.
So for two,
I have no interest in watching this week to week. I'll wait until it's done and I'll binge it.
good luck on that. On waiting it's done, because from the way I could tell this story is, who knows, they might be trying to go a long run. But I would say maybe try to have it binge like every 10 episodes. That would be nice to binge every 10 episodes, because that would be a little nice time fly.
Nah, dude, I love Black Clover, and I waited 132 episodes. Like, I can do it because the first episode bored me to tears. Like, I am not interested in watching this week to week at all. Like, I'll just wait. I'll maybe when it's at 100 episodes, I'll binge the whole thing in 2 weeks.
That's very true. But right, did you have a chance to watch Black Clover? Came out today, this Tuesday. Well, okay, James. So want to talk about Black Clover real quick then?
Yeah, This episode was a lot of fun. Like, I just want to know how much more of this training we're going to get in the whole 6 months, in terms of like, what's her name?
Mimosa?
No, the
Marilona?
head of the fire people. Shit.
Marilona? Fuego?
Yeah, Fuegoleon's sister.
I said it, Marilona.
Yeah, cool. I can't remember. I couldn't remember.
Like,
so
if
her-
I'm correct, I said it twice. I was trying to figure, like, I did say it. But yeah.
Yeah, but I can't remember what her name is. So you say it didn't click in my head at all.
So Marilona?
I want to know if she's going to be doing the training for the whole 6 months. Is it going to be split up with like other people, other captains, like in different regions, different areas? Like, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I would say if she is doing the training for any of these groups or whatever it is, I want her to do every episode barge in and breaking doors, because the way she does it, it's a laugh, it's a joke. Because she literally, how did she beat them going to their own base? Is their own base? How did she get in and literally break down the door once more? And I love it.
Yeah, she's in a different league. Like, I love her so much.
She's an entertaining character. I can't wait to see more of her. And like James said, I definitely agree. It's nice to see it back. The opening 11 still don't hit me, but still, it's not like I'm like Ray that wants to skip it. But maybe this one I will skip.
So
Yeah,
would
I'm
you
skipping
say
this
it's So
I'm
would you say it's the weakest so far?
Top three weakest. So it's probably number 10 or 11 as the weakest. Not sure if it's number 9 the weakest, but it's definitely in the top lowest 3 out of the 11 openings. Because to me, I don't know, I feel like it's not the hypeness with Black Clover. It just feels it's too smooth, too mellow. It's not like Red Swan from
Mhm.
Attack on Titan. Red Swan was still good, even from being different from the other openings previously. But it was still smooth, and it felt like the Attack on Titan vibe for that season. This one feels too not out of its um realm out of Black Clover. It fits for its filler arc. If you go, so like it fits for
Okay.
being because it's filler. That's what probably is. If James gets what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it. I don't agree. I feel like that's making an excuse for it being boring.
Yeah,
Like,
could be.
is it just doesn't fit Black Clover, period, like at
Yeah,
all.
it don't.
And I mean, if I was binging it, I would skip it. But since it's week to week, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
It doesn't bug me or anything. It's just not entertaining at all.
I definitely agree with that. Ray, did you have the chance to watch it?
Nope.
Are you going to?
Nope.
You're like, nope, forget it, move on. Cool. Sam?
Well, any other animes that or mangas that we've watched, Ray?
No. And
Okay.
if I remember, I'll tell you.
Cool.
So if you don't mind, I'll go. Um, one anime that I've been watching and reading. I finished Avatar: The Last Airbender last week, so I've been doing my binge on reading the comics. Even though it's not manga, it's comics after a series, and I barely do that for a lot of series like that. Like that, I finish and then start reading. But it felt for me the same thing when I did My Hero. When I first finished the 2 seasons of My Hero, I went straight to a manga because I got more curious about what's gonna happen. And when I cut up to the overall arc, the gentle arc, and everything, and then reading watching the Avatar as Airbender, I'm like, I never had the chance to actually read the series and like what happened with Aang, Katara, and Toph, what happened with his characters after with the whole series ending.
They
And
actually wrote it very well. Like the story is
it's
really
really
well
well
done.
written. I wouldn't say every story after like I read The Promise, The Search, and The Rift. I will give each of
I think I
them.
read all three.
I read each of them. I'll give each of them a solid 8 out of 10. The top of my head, I won't say they're a perfect 10, but they're almost a solid 9 each of them. But
Mhm.
right now, from being fresh off the boat off them, definitely a solid 8. And I've been really entertained by this, so that's why I'm very proud to have read this series and going so well. I think I'm supposed to read 3 more because I think there's 6. So I'm really entertained by it. And for those that are any Avatar: Last Airbender fans, highly suggest for you guys to go read it, support it if you guys is. I'm reading it right now from the legal way, but once I have money, I will buy all books. And also once they're in stock, because for some goddamn reason they're all out of stock, I'm like, what? So
I mean,
I was
it's
gonna
still
buy them.
popular.
Yeah, it's
And
still
I think
popular, so
yeah, it's still very
congrats to them.
popular.
But once they're back in stock, I'm gonna definitely buy them and have them on shelf. But definitely something that I really want to support because it's really enjoyable and I'm a fan of the Avatar and everything. When I watch Legend of Korra, yes, but I'm gonna wait until it drop on Netflix so I could watch it. I will check the comics. I know the Legend of Korra comics as well,
Yeah,
but I will watch Legend of Korra first and then see what other comics are out there for her.
I
But
think it's a better route. Yeah,
yeah,
because the books is follows after the series and
as
it's
well.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's dope.
also has continuity with the animated series as well.
That's dope.
And I'm all for it. As I actually like the 3 books that you just read too. I read them a while ago, and I still like them really well.
Yeah,
It
the rift to me was the not the weakest one, but I felt the most rushes one because I felt with the avatar of the air before him and everything, so I felt like it was the most rushes one. But it was definitely still interesting because they built the character tough and everything. But I don't want to go into spoilers for anybody that's curious about the comics or anybody that don't care for it. I don't
like
want to spoil
yeah.
anybody, but it's definitely weakest for me, but still good.
If like if there are people who haven't read it and who actually really like Avatar: Last Airbender, if you want to know like say Zuko's mom where she was and what's up, we suggest reading that book for it.
If
The
if you also want to know how in Legend of Korra with the city of the four type of nations are in one and how it got built. Definitely read the comics, as they definitely showed that.
Yeah,
They
the
definitely showed a
birth
prequel.
of like the birth of the island that
Yeah,
I
I
keep
thought that was
forgetting.
it called.
Um, so sorry guys. Yeah, I keep forgetting what what's it called too, of the uniting of all four nations into one. Everybody could just go there and do like
Yes, I'm trying to
I'm
remember.
just
No,
so sorry guys.
but also
And
it was pretty interesting to see how Toph created metal bending in her own school and everything. So that's pretty dope as well. So I highly suggest for anybody to what me and Sam is saying, for anybody that's a fan of After Last Airbender or the series, definitely go read read the comics. I was gonna say manga. Read the comics. It's definitely entertaining. And if you
is it
need a
by
site, go follow me on Twitter and anything like that. I will send you the link where I've been reading them. Yeah.
were they by Dark Horse, by the way?
Yes, by Dark Horse as well.
Dark Horse, yes, yeah, they do a really good job in their comics
Yeah,
and stuff.
they do a very good spin-off because also Cyberpunk 2077 got a spin-off comic as well from Dark Horse.
Cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
really excited for that. But I've
Yeah.
I've never read any of the comics. I've never even seen Legend of Korra. I've only seen the original series when it came out. I actually need to rewatch the whole thing.
James,
I think now's a good time to do it because Netflix has it on HD now, so
I
we
think
have
you
a
will
better
like it.
enjoyment with it.
Also speaking of, well, James,
I was just saying I love the series. I know. I'm just waiting to rewatch it. Need to find some time.
Same.
yeah,
Big same.
I did it late night. Like it, I think it took me like 3 weeks. I took my time with it. I didn't try to rush it. But definitely.
How many episodes is that?
I think altogether, maybe about.
Let's say less than 50.
Mm.
Because
Really?
remember
I thought it was-
because remember part 3 is less episodes, but they have
And you
3
took
episodes.
your time, and it took you 2-3 weeks.
Yes.
It's gonna take you 6 months to finish Hunter x Hunter.
I was gonna say more than 6 months, but yeah. If he's gonna do it every Saturday, I was gonna say a
Mhm.
year.
Anyway,
I'm just saying. I'm
Well,
just reminding you.
one of the announcements later that we'll be talking about of anime podcast switching days and everything will be about Hunter x Hunter. So that'll be one of the announcements that I'll be bringing up later.
You're
when we
giving
talk
up.
about-
You're quitting.
No.
Thank
Okay.
you,
No,
thank you,
stop
George. 60 episodes of Avatar: The
And that took you 2 weeks. Okay.
No,
That's
let,
not- You're
yeah,
screwed.
2 to 3 weeks. But because Lay fell asleep and everything, so I was like, you know what, let me watch 2 or 3 episodes, and some of the episodes of part 3 were like an hour long or 2 hours long because they just put it as one part and everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
Southern Comic was 2 hours, was like an hour and 48 minutes, but it had 4 parts, so technically like 4 episodes,
Right.
Yeah,
which is
because
still good.
Because I remember like the season finales were usually like an hour long, or
Yeah.
something like that. Or
So
like,
if most people ask me if I had to rank it, book 2, book 3, book 1.
yeah, I can see that. But any series that does much better than their first season, and the first season was actually okay, I think it's a great anime, good series. You improve, you know your mistakes, and you've helped build it up in that sort of way.
Okay.
I finished binging watching BNA, Beyond, Brand New
Oh,
Animal. That's
how was that?
on Netflix.
Is it
It's
good?
very trigger. Like
Well,
the
that's
story,
fine.
It's like story is just compared to the other animes I've watched from Studio Trigger, Kill la Kill, Darling the Franxx. It's not the best. It's not the strongest story.
Ah.
Man, but the animation is just as weird and crazy, just like Studio Trigger has, and it actually has those many entertaining of sidekicks that I like. It's funny, but it's okay. It wasn't the best Trigger series for me. It was just honestly, it was just weird. It's just too simple for Trigger. Like I know Trigger is not always known for a more complex story, but it wasn't as like it didn't hit me the strongest for this entire series in general for me. It's still pretty decent. I'd still give it a good 7 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, that's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Like I was like watching while I was like doing some work. It's just that it's the script that kind of bothered me a little bit. Like the voice actor, I watched this in dub, and the voice actors are all great. It's just that the script just sounds so weird when when it's not that it went completely off, but it seems like the characters seem so off-putting to me. Like of the anime, like how they were reacting, acting, and all of this stuff to me. It's just weird for me. So, but that's something I finished through.
How much episodes?
12.
Okay.
But I can't wait for The Great Pretender to watch, and that's gonna be on Netflix exclusive as well.
What's the premise?
Great Pretender. I know like the first half was in Japan. Masato and Domura is supposedly Japan's greatest swindler. Together with his partner Kudo, they try to trick a Frenchman in Asakusa, but unexpectedly get tricked instead. The Frenchman whom they try to swindle turns out to be Laurent Fetter, a much higher level confidence man in control of the mafias.
Uh-oh.
And Domura is yet to find out that fate awaits him after having engaged in a Frenchman's dirty jobs. Yeah, it sounds almost like a mafia anime kind of show.
Sorry,
or
I'm back.
Conman show. Yeah, I was just talking about The Great Pretender. That's gonna be on Netflix.
I'm waiting for the things to drop on Netflix worldwide, so I don't have to change my, my whole VPN, do everything like that, because it looks good. I saw from trailers. It looks right up my alley. It looks so good and intriguing, but just haven't had the chance to watch it myself.
Who's doing it? That's interesting.
I've also watched a little bit of Decadence from during Funimation Con. It actually looked pretty cool. It looked really fun. I know the same creator of Decadence was another anime, but it looked kind of cool. Looked really crazy. It's like a giant. It's mecha for sure, and it's really entertaining. I think Ray might enjoy this anime for sure.
Because that one comes out tomorrow, right, Sam?
Yes, it comes out tomorrow morning on Funimation.
Oh.
That was cool. It was a good one. I think that was all I've really watched and read for sure.
For me, they catch up on reading. If I want to say what I've been reading as well, Magu-chan I cut up to and everything. I'm cut up to fully 3 chapters and everything that's there. The Hot Boil, Cop and the Dolphin and everything, I cut up to that. And what else I catch up? I catch up to Ghost Rider and Mori. Those are the ones I catch up. So I'm catching up to right now Undead Unlock, Mashley, and Vigilantes to make sure I'm cut up to those by this coming weekend. So I'm doing.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, and everything, making sure that happens before I get Steam again.
What did you think of Magu-chan?
I like it. It's adorable. I like how he's getting grown to the humans and everything. It's intriguing in the concept of the whole worshiping gods. The art style is really nice. He's powerful as hell. He is definitely like a god and everything. But I like it. I dig it. As if I had to give it right now for the first 3 chapters, it's solid. It's solid 7.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5 because Maku-chan is very cute. And it's pretty entertaining, a good comical slice of life manga for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about Ghost Rider?
I like it. Twist. Interesting twist. Interesting. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to spoil to anybody that's interested about the manga itself, but oh, hey man, how you doing? Looking so cute.
Aww.
Would you like to add anything?
They just said, "Oh my god." The Desert Shitter said, "Brownie, where you at?"
Would you like to say anything else, Meme?
Just bring your pet to podcast day.
Hey James, you're next. Brownie, come here. Brownie, come here.
Would you like to tell them something?
Sounds crunchy.
Oh, Meme. She wants attention. She won't leave me alone.
She like doggone scenes. And James, where's your dog?
The door's closed. I would have to go get her.
See, I can't. May just bust open the door when she wants to come in here, so I never have to
That's
worry
my
about
dog
that.
too. My dog just be literally
I'm here.
barging
What's
in.
what are
He'll
you
be
doing
like,
in there? Are
he's
you
been my-
eating food without me? No.
He's been my dog literally just be doing this with the door, like, "Hey, Dad, I'm here. Hey, what you doing? Are you doing a show? Can I have some food?" I'll be like, "Stop it, stop it, no."
That's all she ever wants. All she ever wants to do is eat. So it's okay. She's just like her dad. It's fine.
Same here. My dog is chubby, just like her dad. I lost my 6-pack for that, but it's a good sacrifice. I love food.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That was our doggy channel.
Yep, that was dog talk with Anime Lately.
Oh, just a dog segment.
So yeah, okay. So that's all of our readings and watching. Let's head straight to our
Wait,
news.
there's a comment saying Newt Newt from a guy named Newt Newt saying I don't really like the Ghost Rider twist, to be honest. Sam, do you feel the same or do you feel iffy on it?
I actually like the twist for Ghost Rider because now we kind of have a little bit. We have the consequences for the story now. Like you put in a situation where like you become the copycat, you become the I guess the cheater in this race where you are copying someone's work, but even though the work has never been made, you're taking credit for it.
Agree.
The twist, it actually kind of works for me. There's a real actual consequences where if you stop, like she's done, like it's over, like it's everything's over. It's not just you, it's everything, and I kind of like that because there's nothing more like consequential to have your own fans, and you just quit. You blew up everything. You blew up your popularity. You break everybody's hearts. You break their spirits, and it's a work that you've put so much joy into people's like hands just to see, like to read, to look forward to, and stuff. And usually that's what keeps people like living every day. It's like they have something to look forward to, and it's true. It works.
The one thing I will add to that as well is that it also gives us the story and the plot of the of the series. So that's one thing I like about it. It gives the direction of where it needs to go and the consequences to what Sam said. So that's what I like about it. Because if you was gonna continue like this, I'm like, okay, he's still copying, still doing this with the story, but what's the end game? Where is it gonna lead up to? Is this what's gonna be the whole story? Where is it gonna lead up to? Because that sounds, as much as it is, interesting concept, but where's the grounded story that we needed, and this felt like it. So I like the twist, but how well it's gonna be executed, that's the question now.
So I want to actually ask you, since you read Mori King, what's your thoughts? Because apparently, from last I've heard, is that it's actually it ranked third last.
Is it really?
Yeah, it ranked third in Weekly Shonen Jump, and I'm surprised about that too. Actually,
from Mori King.
Mori King is the one where there's a
the
bug
beetle.
as a king.
The beetle turns into a person. Yeah, I mean it's still a beetle, but it's a beetle king. That's a person now.
There's a premise of him trying to fight 7 other insect kings, so that to be the top the food chain or something like that.
Just to answer the question from Nunu again, I agree the story needed to take a different turn. I just don't think this is the right one person, which is understandable. But like I said, it depends how well it's going to be executed. Did the author chose the route? The editors probably agreed this was the best route as well. If they're the ones to approve this to go in this route, now it depends how well it's going to be executed. That's the question. You can't go, because there's a lot of things I disagree with other series, One Piece, Black Clover, any other things as well. But at the same time, I'm not the author. I'm not the one that visioned this. If he saw this the best route, then hopefully we just can only hope for that he executes it well.
I'd like to add that there's already a lot of like shonen series that has a lot of comedy that you don't need to take seriously, and you can just have a good time reading it. I'm kind of glad that this new series is approaching into the drama section of Weekly Shonen Jump, because like you don't have too much of that in drama.
Yeah, the only one we have that is Act Age.
Yeah,
that's the only one we have that Act Age. So and
is that good?
Act Age, yeah. If you want, James, the first volume just dropped today. So if you want to actually see the full first volume jump on the website and also on the hardcover. So if you want to buy a physical, it just came out and it's really good. I only read 3 chapters, I believe, and it's really good. The main character does method acting, and she does it very well.
And it's gonna be an anime adaptation. Aha.
I think next year.
Yes.
I believe next year. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you
Your
asked
thoughts on
me-
More King?
More
Yes,
King.
More King.
Solid 6. I'll give it.
Okay.
Interesting. Uh, I don't know why I'm still reading. Not because it's a bad story, but it's more of like I could choose to
Just
read.
want to see what happens.
Yes, but I'm sorry to say it, but I hate to admit, Ray was right. I should have continued to read more Vigilantes and catch up instead of being more interested to check out More King. Because while I was reading More King, I felt like I was reading more because of my curiosity, more of my interest. Instead, I should have read like, let's go check my homework that I need to do before I get screamed at more. Vigilantes, Under the Law, Mashley, more interesting, and will catch my attention more and more hook. More King, as much as it is, I read it more curiosity because I'm like, a Gravity Boys, I feel like I'll get more fun and comedy out of it. More King is more, it's like me and RoboCop or
Roboco?
Yeah.
Me and
Because
Roboco?
Yeah, because I feel like More King is not me as the audience that's going for. I feel like it's more as my
Targeting
little
the
niece.
kids?
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like it's more of the kids audience. I feel like as much as I would like to support the series, More King and everything, it's not for me. And I'll probably read next week's chapter just to see how if I will continue reading. But I might drop it, and it's one of the first series that I actually will drop because the last one I did is Samurai 8, but more for the channel. But that was more for just because I should have taken my own time. But More King is the one that I will actually drop, and I feel bad for it.
I'm with you. I'm on the same boat. Like, why am I still reading this? Like, I just like, is my curiosity that bad where I just want to keep going, or is it like just because it's Shonen Jump series and you just, I don't know, waiting for something different to happen?
More of
Right.
both for you, Sam, because you're just more interested from where it's going, but also because it's Shonen Jump. But me, I'm gonna drop it. I'd rather read Act Age more than anything because Act Age is actually good. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about that, and it's almost 100 chapters, and it's the first volume drop. So I'd rather read that and actually finish Vigilantes and other series and catch up. And now I'm
Cool.
working.
Yeah, I drop it. Release yourself from this burden. Yes, I understand, George. But I hold a lot of burden of a lot of mangas that I should have been dropped a long time ago.
If you George, if you check out Sam any list, you will see his definitely type of flavor that he likes to read. It's a lot of boobs and ass, and a lot of CKs. And
Hey, I'm honest with my scores though. I'm
That's
honest with
very
my
true.
scores.
before we move on to news, because I know that's what we're gonna go to next. Would you want to go talk about the announcements of what we're gonna do with the show and everything?
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah, just gonna having the end of the show and everything in case people don't watch it and everything like that. So for Anime League podcast, it's canceled by next week. This is the last show, guys. That's a big announcement. No, I'm kidding. So the anime podcast is gonna be moving back. That was camera too.
You know what? We should have all done that, and then just
That would have been smart. It's just end the show. But in all honesty, the anime podcast is gonna be moving back to Wednesdays. So we're moving back to Wednesdays because it's better for ourselves, better for the team and everything, and also because Sam's doing school. So and also what's better for James and Sam's schedule as well. I mean, James and Ray's schedule.
oh yeah, it's
for also not. So what we say when we're gonna go live at 9, we hopefully say we're going live at 9, and not say live at 9, but then be live at 10. So that's our goal because we obviously don't have a permanent
My bad.
schedule out. No, it's not bad, Ray. Because we don't publicly say when we're gonna be live or have it out there. We try to, but we're gonna be out next week, and also with a guest. It's confirmed. So. So
Yo, don't do that to him again, man. Don't do that to him.
oh, I'm so
again.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't think about it.
You never think about our fans, do you?
George, you're on the team partially, but yeah. So the podcast will be moving on to Wednesday next week, and our guest for next week is from a podcaster is called Spicy Lady Entertainment. I was about to call her Spicy Girl, Spicy Lady Entertainment. So you can find her on all podcast platforms. So we will have her. And I think next week we'll be going live at 9:30 or 10 because she did ask us to go live bit after 9 EST because she has to pick up her little sister. So she asked us to go a bit live later. So yes, so next week for sure we will not be live at 9 EST. We'll be live after. So just to let you guys know. Do you guys want to say anything about that?
No,
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait.
Very excited to have the guest. Yeah.
We about to have wine night again.
Yeah.
Finally.
Right? I've saved this bottle just in case.
Hopefully I could lock my door. Because last time we had wine night, then I'll go on my side.
I mean, we went on for like a good long time though. So
Oh,
very
that
long
was fun.
time.
I just gotta make sure my mom is not drinking, so I could lock my door this time because last time it did not go as planned. But it's very exciting. I do love it when we have guests, and also the other announcement on my side. On me and Sam will be streaming on Saturdays. More we'll be streaming SAO, the game Alicization, or what's it called, Sam? Is that the name?
Yeah. Sword Art Online Licitation sword starts with the L. Lacrosse?
Yes,
comes out
lacrosse,
this-
something like that. I'm trying to remember the last name, but yes.
It comes out this Saturday.
Yes.
actually.
You're
So-
never going to finish Hunter x Hunter.
No.
Why do you think I said a year, Ray?
Wait, Ray, because the announcement is part of that. So because we're streaming that video game, because it works out because me and Sam are doing SAO, and we're also doing Sam's anime as well, and Digimon Late at Night as well. So with that break time, we're gonna eat dinner and also play that video game. That's chill time for us because we do 3 animes back to back and everything. But me, I'll be streaming late nights on weekdays after work. So when I don't have to edit and when I'm not with my girlfriend, I'll be streaming late night on Twitch. It will be streaming Hunter x Hunter.
When are you going to sleep?
Exactly. You're never going to finish Hunter x Hunter.
It is.
When I'm not with my girl and I'm not editing, that's what you're doing all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
And that'll be other nights.
There are still other edits that wasn't been finished,
Yes.
man.
So, but don't worry. Oh, those are about done actually. I've been doing that.
I mean, I'm not saying
No.
that you're not going to finish it, but you're not going to finish.
Hunter x Hunter will be done by this year. That is definitely for sure gonna happen. I think I said partially, which means. I'm
Are you
definitely
talking
not
about the first stream that you did like about a month ago that we
2
supposed to
months
have that
ago?
up?
Yes.
Like 2 months
Yes.
ago.
Yes.
I mean, all I'm saying is, how long does it take you to catch up on Vigilantes?
2-3 weeks.
And those are like
Mm.
5 minutes long.
Really, dog?
Barely.
Oh yeah, sure. They're kind of short. They're not. I think they're like 25 pages or like 30 pages.
I'm just saying, based on your track record, give or take, remove and carry a 1, it's going to take you 6 months. So,
But yes.
I still say a year, like a
Okay.
good year.
all right. I mean,
But-
Sam knows you better than I do. So,
That's very true.
Yeah,
But
do.
I do apologize for LSF. We did not meant to fool you. We meant to have fun there. But I'm sorry about that. Podcast not canceled. But Shonen Ronin is definitely being up. So that one is definitely for sure be coming up. We have 2 episodes being up. So for sure. So we have episode 1 that's is there. And I want to say to my team and everything, I cannot find episode 0. Episode 0 is lost in the void.
You better find it.
it's
to that,
dead.
go for
And
that
that's
search
okay.
menu.
That just means we have to record another one before it goes out.
Which it will be this coming weekend, so that'll be technically the
So
real
then technically
episode.
that'll be the real episode 1, and the one that we just
Yo,
did will be the
I was-
episode 0.
Yo,
Yeah. Wait,
I was looking
cut
for a
this
whole
out.
hour.
That way they'll never know. Cut this out.
Yo, I was looking for a whole hour. I'm like, yo, where's episode 0? I can't find it. I never deleted it. So I'm like, yo, I gotta tell the team. But you know what would be the best way to tell them? Live on air.
You have failed this city.
You have failed this
You
podcast.
know, I take it back. You're never gonna finish Hunter x Hunter.
So yeah. So with Shonen Ronin, we recorded episode 0, and episode 1 will be out this week. Episode 0 is on a playlist unlisted, so if you guys want to listen to it, it's already out unlisted. So
No,
just
it's
out
on
now.
Patreon if you subscribe at the $1 tier or more.
Yes, that's true. Same dish share, Ivanka, because she shared Digimon and Shonen Ronin, right?
I did Digimon, but I'll put in Shonen Ronin right after this. Right after the episode.
Cool.
What's after this episode?
Yes, we just haven't put out publicly because we haven't had thumbnail officially there. But we will have that out on some days, maybe Thursday, Wednesday in the morning. But that haven't been discussed. But as of now, that's all announcements. So podcast, Anime Lady Podcast, the flagship show of the brand is there for those that thought, for you guys. I'm so sorry, LSFF. Please forgive me. I'm very sorry.
That horrible joke.
See, I would never do that to you, LSF. Just so you know, the husband of Gianna. I would never do that to you. So
This nigga.
We might have to
can't
censor
believe-
that out.
I can't lie. I can't lie. That was good, but I think James just said it better because that was the perfect timing.
I love James so much. James is my boy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was great. I needed that. That was good.
That was perfect.
I almost cried. Oh god.
I didn't expect that.
Oh no, I expected it. Did you not see his face? It was all over his face.
Wow.
Ray just wants dibs on everything. You can't get dibs on everything.
Not everything, just the stuff that I want.
For those that are confused of why we're laughing and feeling this, is because
There's a new manga that I haven't told y'all about yet. Well, I'm also calling dibs on another person I've seen. So get ready for that.
if you guys haven't know, Team Shade of Red was here last week. The creator right now, that's him, LSF, and he made a beautiful character called Gianna, which I spoke about it first. Speaking about it, but while I was talking, Ray said, "Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I called dibs," and it's just since then he's been claiming her, but
I don't claim her. I call dibs, meaning that I get first rights to ask.
And he did it really politely too. He literally like, "Hey guys, wait 1 second, dibs." Like the most politest man in the way.
Now I have to change up my strategy though, because you'll never let me interrupt again. So I'll have to do it a different way the next time. So you'll never know what's coming. I just have to keep mixing it up.
But it sucks.
It doesn't mean you won't see the same trick though. It doesn't mean you won't see
I'm
the same
such a
trick.
sweet guy, so if I see you trying to say something, I don't know if you're trying to actually say something or trying to cut me off and trying to do something else.
I mean, that's on you, man.
No,
I'm never gonna tell you when it's coming.
that's totally on me because it's just I'm a kind gentleman and it's totally my fault. So that's definitely on me.
Exactly. That's how it works. Just yell out dibs. Thanks, Kara.
Viewers, make sure you guys are following Ray on Twitch, so just in case he slips up, you can tell us and we can know and get dibs before he can do it. Please.
That'll never happen. I'm always consistently thinking about it. So don't I don't miss, okay? And so far, I don't miss. You know this. So
Not yet. I'm just the ref in this. I just call him. I just call him.
That is true. Sam is technically my friend, my business friend, my best friend, and
I can't be biased.
And he literally
he
throwing
calls
me under
it
the bus.
like he sees it. That's why I love Sam.
I calls it like I see it. I can't be biased in this.
I'm like, how do you even throw your old friend?
So
under the bus?
George, that's why I would
You
never.
throw me under the bus all
I
the
would
time.
never call advanced dibs because that's not how dibs works. Okay, so I know this.
But
Some people don't know this, but I
like-
know this.
I like how Bryce and Kara are talking though. They're saying whenever you're talking in the middle of sentence called dips, I'm like, that actually ain't that bad. Not that bad.
Do you
That's
think
just
he's
fine.
clever enough to do that? I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Is where I have to remember while I'm talking, controlling OBS and everything here, making sure what I'm saying is correctly
So
said.
what I'm saying
and
is,
saying dips.
I'm just gonna get what I want, and that's fine. All I have to worry about is James.
But what I gotta admit that conversation online with Pat and him talking about who's the man.
Oh my
and
god.
That was a funny conversation. I didn't expect that. That was probably my favorite night on Twitter. Like
Those
that was
are
just
great.
amazing.
That was a great thread. Like, there's so much great stuff in there.
Too much.
Pat and him had all those pictures set and ready to throw at each other, and Ray was like, "All right, I'm gonna go write my own series and to battle you guys for Gianna." I'm like, "Yo,
Still working on
Ray."
it. Don't you worry about it. Still working on it.
I'm like, "Yo, Ray, let's work together and do it." Like, who said we? It's me. I'm like, "Damn, that be hurting."
I didn't know that you spoke so good French. I'm just saying. He's in here like we, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know you spoke French. That's cool.
I agree, Carol. This will be blood on God Valley. I definitely agree with that.
Only one can survive.
It's true.
Because I'll be killing Ray to get my wife Gianna.
No, you're not gonna. You're gonna have an accident before you even get to the battlefield. You ain't gonna make it.
it's a battle royale. You and me, Percy, anybody.
Like I just said, you're not gonna make it, so don't even worry. You should just stay home that day.
And James gonna come in with a book and be like, "Yo, I got my book, I got my bat, I'm ready."
Yep.
Like, hey, hold up. What's your middle name? I just gotta write it down real quick. It's fine.
It took me a second. To get there. I was like, "Oh."
So you see what I mean? I got this. Miguel will spoil his plan to kill him. Then it will backfire in his face.
Oh shit!
I don't know how to feel about that one.
Because it's the most true thing that's been said. You would literally tell us your entire plan, and then it would completely backfire. You would literally spoil your own plans.
It's like how those old movie tales of supervillains just somehow tell the heroes their plan.
You're like the chapter 1 villain. Oh God. Oh, yep. Kira nailed it. That's it. That's the one.
We close the show happy now.
Oh man.
Oh, quick side thing. I just want to give a quick shout out to my girlfriend as well. We just had a 2-year anniversary, and she got me a little mini Zoro.
Oh.
And also, she got me this shit here. Let me see if it comes here.
Cool.
I love it. Congratulations, by the way. I don't know if I told you that to your face.
I believe you did, and I just took off a flagship, but I'll fix it later. But yeah, so I just want to give a quick shout out to her, and also, just because she's here in the room with me, don't mean I would have not said it either way.
George says every villain gotta get their monologue off. I ain't even mad. That's true.
That is true.
I mean, that's true. But then, once every villain had their monologue out, it's like next step is literally, I don't know, they get dead, they get killed.
That's why I kind of relate a lot with Naruto, because I'm the one that will probably do the talk no jutsu. I'll probably be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Definitely, for sure.
But yeah, let's go into our news. Trigger announced that Cyberpunk is gonna be Edgerunners. It's gonna be an anime that's debuting on Netflix on 2022.
So I don't know anything about Cyberpunk. So
Good. Keep it that way, because you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the game. I can't.
James, and like from what I know about Cyberpunk is like your fucking aesthetic, like straight up. You're gonna dig it. Like it can get dark, it can get gritty, but it's also a lot of fun and colorful and like deep. Like it's crazy. Like there's a bunch of like sociological like undertones of like, hey, yeah, just because you can enhance yourself, when you do, how much of your humanity are you losing by doing so, and stuff like that. It's nuts. So it's really cool.
Okay.
That sounds psychological.
Oh yeah,
Really
absolutely.
psychological.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a demo or like a trailer game that
Did they show did they give a trailer for the anime? I don't think they did.
No, not the anime, but for
Okay,
the
yeah.
video game.
Yeah, there's another new trailer. Yes. Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
from the anime, I think it was just a poster picture.
Yeah,
of
we just
the-
got like a still. Yeah, that's all we got.
I love how much the company is putting this much effort for the game to actually have a comic, the game itself, and
This
for the anime
studio,
spin-off.
they don't half-ass nothing.
That's amazing for them. Like that's great, because a lot of people don't put this much effort in that. So I'm really proud of
I
them.
mean, I think they're also like a partially well, not state, but like a government-funded like business in Poland. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. So they have a lot of resources available to them to make sure all this happens. So
I'm more interested like how Studio Trigger will be doing the animation for this.
I mean,
They could
think
be
about it.
nuts.
So what I have compared it to, just thinking of based off what it is and what I've seen, Animatrix, but super anime.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope Trigger style. They don't put too much of their influence. You know how at the end there's always aliens at the end in most things they have done and everything. So hopefully they have their own. They do the production anime.
I'm pretty sure they were like, "Here's a story, follow this."
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Probably will.
It's definitely very exciting to see.
Cyberpunk is one of my most anticipated video games. like straight up.
Nice.
I'm gonna need that.
It's still coming out this year, right? The game.
That's what they keep telling us. So it's supposed to be out in, I think, what, November? So we'll see.
I'm happy for it. I'm excited for it. Just like
I'll
the
be
next.
streaming it day one. I can't wait.
I also can't wait.
I'll definitely play because it definitely looks exciting. That's a game.
And since I already told LSF, he knows. Gianna will be my main character in Cyberpunk. We've already talked about this. I'm making Gianna in Cyberpunk for my main playthrough.
Oh wait,
It's gonna be sick.
you could build your own person.
Yes, it's one of the most in-depth custom character creators we've seen.
Oh, did not know that.
You can change the size of your junk and the size of the breastises. So like it's crazy. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Hopefully they have the right skin tones and the right hair. And
From what I've seen, the skin tones, yes. Hair, I don't know. We'll see. So, hair is hard, but hopefully it works.
Okay.
Moving on. The World Ends With You anime is gonna premiere in 2021 under Funimation. I'm looking forward to this.
I can't say much so, because you
I
guys.
love the World Ends With You game. Like I had so much fun collecting the pins, testing out new moves, and it was actually one of the first favorite. It was one of my favorite games for the Nintendo DS. Definitely for sure. Ray, I think you've also played this game before as well. What were your thoughts on the game?
I mean, that was one of the first like DS games where I was like, "Yo, this is like lit." Because look, think about the DS and what it was. It's like that was one of the first games. I was like, "No, this is really cool." And so I'm really glad that they have they see that there was like a cult following behind this game, and they're like, "Yeah, let's make it that because it could be really cool." And so and it looks great. From what the little bits we've seen, I want to watch it so bad.
this animation style is interesting.
Yeah, I like it. See, I wish that this is what they did with Danganronpa. I'll be honest.
Really?
So, yeah.
I mean, like there are like Persona uses like similar
animation,
from their own video game too. And
but I'll be honest, the anime for Persona not as good as the game. So
no, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy the anime for what it was, is not because in the game you choose your own path. The anime chooses it for you and everything, and the execution was not great, but I still enjoy it for what it was. It was, I think, a solid 6, 7 out of 10. Still enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I'm also glad like they're gonna for The World Ends With You. There isn't really like different storylines that you can go with. It's just one straight story, but it's actually really good. I actually really like the storyline for this series in the anime, so it's gonna work pretty well for its job, for its direction is. Moving on, since we are I still haven't played started Persona 5. I think they use the same dub voice for the anime as well for the dub version, if I'm correct, for Persona 5.
I have no clue.
I'm not too sure, but maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. Like I've talked about this on stream a few times. Where it's like Persona, just this last Persona, just didn't grab me. As much as
Persona 5
3
Royale, right?
and 4 did. Yeah, just didn't. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm just kind of like over Persona right now, but maybe it's also time and place. I have to be in a certain place to want to enjoy a Persona game. So
I've never played it, so
I think you might like it. I can't actually say that I don't know. I can't say that I think you would like this game. I don't know actually. So
Persona 5, I played it. I played probably 20 minutes or an hour around there, and I enjoyed it for what it was, but I don't think it was my style.
Yeah, it's like if you like the Shin Megami Tensei series or the there are many other series just like it. If I'm correct, it's almost like damn, I forgot this other games where it's kind of weird. It's like you're the main character. It has a harem, and every time he holds her hand, you have like a video game based child. I don't know. I really forgot the name of that, but it's
wait, what? They
That's a
hold
weird
what?
yeah, it's a weird video game. It's just
wait, what?
right?
I'll find the name for you. There's a video game that's like
If
that.
anybody
Apparently
knows
there's two
what
series.
Sam is talking about, please
There's
let us know in the comments.
There's 2 series of it. It's just weird. I don't want to go on more.
I'll just have to
into
look it
this.
up.
And George, George does say yeah, it's the same voice actor in the game and anime.
Cool. But the anime wasn't like.
I'm gonna take your word for it, Sam.
Yeah, you don't. No. It's just don't do it.
Yeah, no worries.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So I mean,
just like how I warned, like people were interested in school days. Don't do it. Don't do it.
why don't you remind me? I had forgotten about it again.
Well, I didn't watch it on stream. I didn't watch it live.
Okay. Yep. Anyway, so speaking about things that I do want to talk about, Dr. Stone.
Nice segue. Dr. Stone season 2 gets launched, premiere, winter 2021, and I'm freaking excited.
January.
I said winter, yeah, same thing. Winter 2021, it's freaking exciting, and I am thrilled. As a big Dr. Stone fan as I am, I'm thrilled. I loved when they got announced on that Friday. I saw Dr. Stone on my timeline. I felt like I need to rewatch it. I felt like I want to read it. I felt like I need to do it, and it's really exciting just to see that happen with the series and the love that people will just say opening 1 versus opening 2, which was better. And just to see, I'm like, I hope opening 3 is good as well when it returns. I need to see the Stone Wars arc to get animated. I'll probably read it by then, but still exciting. I'm thrilled as hell.
I mean, Dr. Stone is the one anime and manga that I want to read it so bad, just like Attack on Titan. So there's 2. I want to read it so bad, but I legitimately want to watch it. Like there's so many times I'm like, I could just start reading Dr. Stone again, and then I'm like, I should just wait just a little longer and watch it because it's so good. Dr. Stone is one of my favorites. Period. And so I'm like, well, I can wait just a little bit. But I mean, I think Dr. Stone, though, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can't wait no more. And then I'm just gonna, it's gonna be like My Hero for me, and I'm just gonna catch up, and it'll be fine.
Well, for me, it's about to be 100 chapters since I last stopped, because I stopped in chapter 65, 70 around there, and right now it's on chapter 157. So a couple more weeks, it is literally about to be 100 more chapters since I'm taking behind now. So like, it's crazy.
I don't even remember where I left off. Like I think I read like maybe 20 more chapters ahead of where we are currently in the anime.
Probably around chapter 80 or 90, because the anime ended up I think chapter 75, 73 around there. So you're probably around chapter 90 or so. But it's exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. I mean, season 1 was amazing. Senku is such a great character.
He really is.
The dub is actually pretty good. I loved it. It's amazing to watch week to week. It's amazing to binge. So I think anyone, if you haven't seen it, if you've been remotely interested, get into Dr. Stone. Watching Senku, you live in a stone world, and watching him build technology, things that we use and take for granted today, trying to build a simplified version of that in this literal Stone Age, it's incredible to watch him put all of this stuff together. They're about to go into a stone war, and the most important weapon is communication. How cool is that? Like, I can't wait to just see it visually, watch the whole thing happen in season 2. And then once season 2 is done, I might get into the manga because there's so much other stuff that I want to catch up to. But after season 2, I just might get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you there, James, because I want to see, because we've seen some visuals of Suzuka's army, his army men. I want to see what they can do, and I want to see how I know for sure communication could be a powerful weapon, but I want to see like how would it be an advantage, or how it'll be able to stand up against the muscle of might, like the
I
army
just want
of
to know
might.
about the phone. That's all I want to know. How the
I mean, also true. Yeah, I want to see how it's gonna work.
Like, that's what I want to say. Like, how does the phone communication work? Like, Sam just said communication, and then that's when it clicked me. Like, wait, we literally ended off on the set phone. And then my man Gen said like, wait, how are we gonna use a whole phone with no satellite anything to use? And like, I want to see how this works. We need it.
Yeah. I mean, and the one thing I really want to see, like, we know they're gonna do something in space at some point, right? Like,
Well,
Eventually, yeah.
they
Well,
haven't
that's
gotten,
isn't that the main goal is for Senku once to go to space?
they haven't gotten there yet in the manga.
Of course not. But I mean, like, just like towards the end of it, I'm sure.
Yes, because right now they just made it to the U.S. So in the manga, and I'm very excited for that.
What? Shut up, Miguel! God damn it!
Kidding.
Spoilers.
Kidding?
Yes.
Shut.
I was kidding.
You literally can't help yourself.
Because I want to see how you react for that one.
No.
If we had to clip every single time Miguel spoils something, I think we could have like a podcast episode worth.
That's just spoilers of Miguel spoiling stuff for Miguel. God.
Well, what I just said was not actually spoiler. I don't know if that's true, but all I remember, the reason I said that is because I remember when me and Sam were back.
Don't explain it. You're gonna spoil it more. Don't explain it.
Panel,
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Back in Anime NYC, he said that his goal is to get them to the U.S. soon. That's all I remember. I don't know if they're there yet, but I remember we spoke about that in the panel when we first did the coverage for that.
I wasn't at the panel.
Yeah, exactly. Like, see, James and Ray was not at the panel.
I didn't want to know that.
I'm pretty sure the live audience.
I didn't want to know about that. I didn't want to know that. Thanks, Miguel.
Yeah, they go to America. That's great. So that tells me that they figured out how to make boats and other vehicles and all types of other shit. So now I know way too much.
You asshole. Thanks, Miguel.
I don't know. What
Anyway, now speaking on something that Miguel can't spoil, maybe I don't know, unless he's gonna spoil it for the rest of the chat. You want to talk about what Viz is adding to Shonen Jump, Sam?
Yes, Viz Shonen Jump are adding My Hero Academia Team Up Missions, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Volume 0, Naruto Shikamaru's story next spring in 2021.
Man, they're gonna milk Naruto for every single dollar that they can get out of that. Golly.
I was just gonna say the same thing about My Hero. Is this not like the 4th spin-off?
Second or third. Yeah, third spin-off.
Do we count Boruto as a spin-off?
Yes.
Technically, yeah.
Sequel?
Yeah. It's a sequel.
So maybe like 4?
And plus, remember, Naruto has other light
Make a
novels.
spoiler jar? Ooh, that's a good idea. Every time you spoil something, you gotta put money in a jar.
Is it going to the brand as a saving? Sure, then.
No, it's going to the you buying James and Ray drinks when we come visit fund. So that means we gonna get crunk.
I would do.
So Team Up Missions is the third one. So we have Vigilantes, we have Smash, and Team.
Yeah.
We also have the live play.
Live
The
action?
stage show?
Yeah, stage show. Thank
show?
you.
Does that count?
That's also a spin-off technically, because that's also part of the My Hero verse.
I mean,
Well, from what said vocal panel, but he also considered that too. Because I asked him like, does the stage play count? He said, yeah, it's still part of My Hero.
like if you're thinking to like you're gonna milk it and squeezing the franchise, then yeah, I could definitely see because Naruto had also like stage plays and
They
live
had
action
multiple.
multiples of it. So
Correction. So this is 4 because apparently there's another one called My Heroine Academia that's been running since June of 2018.
Where is that and what is it?
It's 5 volumes in. This is
Yeah.
from fandom.
What
Like,
the hell is it?
straight up legit from
what's the
fandom.
plot? No, like can we have the plot or synopsis of?
So it's a spin-off like comedy series with just the females from My Hero from Class 1A.
Interesting.
I could see why the fan service.
My Heroine Academia.
Okay.
That's
Does
crazy.
the movies count too? Because the movies count too, so that's also a 5th one, so that's 5.
I mean, would you count the movies as spin-offs though? Like they don't take the story in a different direction and
Nope. I think they take place within the same continuity, like in like a direct tie. I think like it's happening, but it's not like happening in the main story. The other stuff is just like extra things that are being added. This is stuff that that's like happens with these same characters, if that makes sense.
But at the same time, it kind of happened for the most previous film with 9. Like, he was more of a side character, but added to the bigger grand story.
Which means I wouldn't consider it a spinoff
Okay.
because of that. Like they're literally what happens in that adds to like the actual storyline. Does that make sense?
And I agree with Kara and Bryce. We would do a spoiler jar. Me and the guys would talk about it behind the scenes and see if we could do that. And maybe if Ray could show me on OBS how to maybe add a little jar on the side, and every time I do a spoiler, I could just add a little dollar symbol there.
No, Kira's right though. If you make a spoiler jar, you're gonna go broke.
Yeah.
So I won't do that to you because you will go broke.
Each jar $1. That's fine.
You're gonna go broke. I'm not gonna do that to you.
That's like $35 a week. That ain't that much.
That's a lot.
That is a lot
for spoilers, bro.
In
that's
one month,
that's a lot.
In 1 month, that's less than $20.
Bro, that's a lot.
You just said $35 a week.
No, I said $3 to $5 a week. So in a month, that's about $20 a week. I'm good.
That's still 2 drinks.
Listen to him, Chad. He's like, oh no, I can still spoil stuff. I got money. Listen to him. Oh
so,
boy.
Okay, chat. Every time it's a spoiler, just literally in our chat say spoilers. We'll just count that in our all of our notes and chart. We'll just count it off by the end of the month, just so we can tally off how much Miguel owes.
And that's starting next week. But also, don't forget what Ray guys promised. If you guys vote on us on podcasts and give us 5-star ratings and also tell us how amazing we are. And also,
I'll read it and I'll shout you out.
He'll read it. So if you guys haven't written something yet, or if you have, let us know, because we don't really check. But if you guys do, let us know. Write us on Twitter. Hey, I wrote our review is out. Are you public already? Boom, we'll check, and then Ray will shout you out and everything like that on every week show.
So Jujutsu Kaisen 0, it's the prequel series, right? It's the
I would say, not to give any spoilers, I'll do my best in this one. Kidding.
I mean, it's in the name. It's definitely a prequel, right?
It is a prequel on the characters that we met, and we know a bit more of Gojo and the other characters, and also about the panda, like the 4 people that's literally on the whole cover volume. We meet about them, and they give you a bit of backstory on how those curses works. But other than that, I won't add too much. But if you're curious about the series, definitely give it a try. If you want to jump into it, I would say read the first 3 volumes, then read volume 0. That's what I would say the best.
Interesting. So I would say Shikamaru is one of the most interesting characters in Naruto, so I wouldn't really mind reading his side of the story, because technically he is the right-hand man of Naruto, running the whole entire village. So he probably knows more of the ins and outs than more of what Naruto knows. So I could check it out. I could read that.
He is definitely a great strategist. I think he's one of the best strategists I've ever seen in anime. So I would definitely want to see that. But jumping back to My Hero just for a super quick second, there is a one-shot that's a prequel to 2 Heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're talking about with 9. Yeah.
Really?
No,
yeah.
2 Heroes. No, 2 Heroes.
Oh wait,
Shimura.
the other sister. Yeah, sister.
The
Yes.
first one.
Yes.
Prequel. There's a prequel one-shot. There will always be someone out there when someone else is.
And
That's
Persona
what I
9 as well.
It's
Nana
about
Shimura.
Dave and Melissa Shield. I
Yep.
never knew.
Yeah.
So that was one that, like, I don't know, they were still trying to figure out how to make that work beforehand. So yeah, I don't even think it officially got translated.
I think it did.
It did.
Did it officially get translated?
Yeah.
I think it did. Because I remember the 9 one.
Because both
that one
prequels-
got translated.
Yeah, because both prequels of the movie get translated, if I'm correct. But if not, it'll probably get translated down the line if it hasn't yet, because they probably.
It's just very, very short. It's like
it's like only 3 pages.
Nine pages.
Oh.
Something
I
like
had
that.
no idea this existed, so I'm just excited. I didn't mean to.
I mean,
Also-
the movie animated that. If I'm correct, 2 Heroes. If you buy the Blu-ray DVD, they animated chapters. That part, the 0 before the movie.
Oh, cool.
Also, if you want to know more of My Hero work, the creator Hori, Jump Plus, the series of his assistants, his series came out. Is the one?
Did it?
Yes, trying to find the name of it. Is the one with the bones? Can't remember the name.
Not Bone Collection, right?
Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8. This is from the assistant of Hori, and it's sad to say, from comparing to Top of the Assistants, Guardian of the Witch, that was on Shonen Jump to Horikoshi's assistant, Kaji no 8, Kaji number 8 on Jump Plus, I like Kaji much more. The art style is so similar to his mentor, and it's so Japan style for anybody that wants to read it. Is very post-apocalyptic. There is kaiju's, as you see from the title. So it's
the
really
name
interesting.
too. Name too.
Yes, the main name too. If anything, I'll send it to you guys in the live chat. But I'll send it
I
to
was
you
looking for the plot synopsis for the stage play. Can't find it.
I think it just literally starts from the beginning. The
Right. So
stories.
that's why I feel like it's not. I wouldn't count it because it's literally just a repeat.
In a way, yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
just like their own way of trying to shorten
Right.
up,
Mhm.
maybe like a good 50 chapters into a
Mhm.
2-hour stage play kind of thing,
Right.
which is very popular in Japanese culture, where they like to do stage plays, and it helps find stars and actors and actresses in the future. So
I mean, the costumes are cool as heck. So
they
Hell
they really do a really good job in the costumes for sure.
Yeah, I found the musical on YouTube. So it's 90 minutes.
oh yeah, put that in the chat, Holmes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, and because I'm like musical. Hold up, I like musicals. I want to know more about that.
Since we were talking about Viz and some show and jump, Haiku is ending very soon.
Is it?
It's ending. This
Rumor
chapter.
is not fully confirmed, but it shows the same steps of how Demon Slayer: The Promised Neverland is showing the same steps of what could be leading up to the ending of it. So it's rumored to be ending in the next 3 chapters, because right now it just reached on chapter 400, and it's rumored to end in the next 3 issues of Shonen Jump, aka in chapter 403 roughly. It seems like what's going to be ending at that time. It hasn't been confirmed, but that's what it's been leading up to. It sucks for me as a person who just love haiku, and I really got emotional watching the first 2 seasons and everything. I love it for what it is. To me, it's my favorite best sports anime. I love it.
Would you say it would get you to read the manga for it?
Yes, most likely yes.
Cool. Okay. It's like, well, I've seen like some articles and stuff. It said it's reached its climax and this is the final arc. But I'm afraid they might pull the 7 deadly sins on us, kind of thing.
Who
And,
knows? But I don't think Shonen Jump will let that happen, because they've been doing good so good so far with their series and having a bad ending. So who knows? But
How's the
Kimberly, the dub, the dub amazing for haiku. You will love it. The dub for
Okay.
haiku. George will even say, because George is a big fan of haiku as well. Definitely really good and entertaining for what it is.
Because I've been talking about starting it for weeks, and I'm finally gonna do it this weekend.
You should haiku. If you wanna watch it, I'll watch it with you. It's really good. It's really
I might start it up about the same time so we can talk about it.
Sweet.
maybe we'll talk about it in the Shonen Ronins. Oh, we don't know, but yeah.
no.
We talk about it here.
It's
Anime
pointless
podcast.
saying it might end, and also we're watching the anime. Shonen Ronin is mangas.
And I mean
it's-
that's a mainstream series too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
a mainstream
you're right.
series.
You're right.
But Sam, if everybody's gonna watch it, that means you should watch it with us too.
Sam still hasn't watched Black Clover.
You think
LOL.
if I didn't do Black Clover, you think I would have done this?
Boy, I don't care if you're not gonna watch Black Clover. I don't need to force you. I'd rather you watch Haiku.
Then yet you keep mentioning it. I don't understand. If you didn't care, why keep mentioning this?
Cause like you said, I like to throw you under the bus, but I'd rather you watch Haiku.
Exactly. Oh, there you go. That's some proof right there. You admitted so many times that you shouldn't be surprised if I throw you back in there.
I'd rather
See,
you watch it. No,
he
but
would
in all-
spoil his own plan.
But in
Yep.
honesty, I'd rather
Does
you
this
watch.
count as part of the spoilers count in the jar?
No,
No.
no. This one
Well,
don't count.
But in all honesty, I'd rather you watch Haiku more than anything. George will even say anything. Haiku, if we all watch it, we could review Haiku season 1 on the podcast as some type of segment, because that'd be really awesome to talk about Haiku as a sports anime and how it probably does end in the next couple of weeks. That'd be a great time to watch it and plus talk about it, because it's really entertaining. It's really emotional too. Like even though if you're not a fan of volleyball and everything, that it will get you hyped and involved for it.
I mean, I'm sure that's how sports is. Sports anime, any genre that they supposed to hype you up and get you encouraged and literally give you the underdog story or tell you the entire teamwork and everything. And that's literally what team like movie, sports, animes. It literally. That's why.
Anime can make anything interesting.
Yeah, that's
Facts.
what I mean.
Literally anything, dude. I'm watching an anime about the spelling bee, and it's awesome. I've mentioned
Yeah,
it
told
before.
us. Yeah,
Fastest
he
Finger
mentioned. Yeah,
First.
you did. It's like a game show almost or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's
That sounds
really
familiar.
fun. It's so much fun. The names it's so stupid. Fastest finger first. It's so stupid.
Yes, where me and Ray made fun of it. Yep, I remember.
But the anime is actually pretty good. It's really good.
I just remembered the anime video game thing that's like Persona Conception.
Oh yeah, I've played those.
I just remember it's Conception.
I have the soundtrack somewhere. I bought the special edition.
but like they made anime adaptation of that.
I didn't
video
see
game,
that.
and it just it's not. It's.
Oh, that's right. No, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, you did. You
We
watched...
talked about that a long time ago. Yeah, and how it's garbage.
Yes, I know. It's like
It's
oh god,
terrible.
it's just bad.
I remember.
Yeah,
And that's one where it's like, we don't like to talk trash about stuff. No, that was bad. I couldn't believe I wasted my time watching that. It was that bad. Hoo-wee. No, thank you.
yeah. They should stick with the own same video game animation.
I mean, the video game was barely okay. So I'm like, they were like, let's make an anime out of this. Okay. Anyways, an anime I would like to talk about though.
Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie.
Man, movies are in such a weird place right now.
It is, but at least we get a confirmation that Funimation will show it in North America theaters. Which
When?
I'm still happy. Yeah, there's just no when
As
yet.
much as I love a movie going experience, the same thing like James, the same thing like Ray, something like Sam, we all love it. They should just be ready. They should just be ready. They have the clock. It's ticking and everything. They should be ready to announce, hey, movie going audience, you cannot get it in your movie theater. Well, too bad. You can get it in the streaming service at home only for 1 day or anything like that. Or do what they did with the whole type of Funimation con. They had a ticket type of code. Do the same thing, but we just buy a ticket virtually and watch it through them. They need to figure something else because who knows?
So I think they should do both. I think
both
should
too.
be, they should definitely have a theatrical release for at least 1 week,
Mm-hmm.
then straight to streaming because theaters will be open by the time this drops. Now it'll be like significantly smaller seating, like there'll only be full to like 30%. There'll be lots of sanitation and all that crap. I think you definitely
Which
have
haven't happened since the beginning.
because you're going to be missing out on money if you don't put it out.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
No, I
So
agree.
Newt goes, the upcoming movie covers such a piss poor arc. I mean, Infinity Train is like, I mean, for those of us who've read it, like we agree that it's like not the greatest thing ever, but it's all right. Like it's okay. I'm not gonna say it's the best thing. Like I mean, depending on how they decide to animate it, could be hype. Because I mean, let's face it, Demon Slayer was made like as popular as it is because the anime is so good.
Yeah.
Like the anime is actually great.
There's a lot you can do with the dream sequences,
Mhm.
and I think they could do a good job.
So I mean, I feel like they could do some cool stuff. So it's like I don't think that's a hot take. It's just like, yeah, we know it's not like the best manga wise. It's not the best thing in the world, but it could be cool. It could be
Yeah,
cool.
well,
Well, I mean, I hope
carrying.
exactly. They basically. I'm not gonna.
When were they not carrying?
The base story is decent, but like Ufotable will definitely carry this to new heights.
Ufotable
absolutely.
is Tanjiro carrying Nezuko all the time
uh-huh.
carrying.
Uh-huh.
But it's kind of the same thing like with what Mappa's doing right now. Mappa is technically carrying this year. Technically, that's what Mappa's doing right now. Where
They are.
we've got a high school, Attack on Titan.
I mean,
And
Mappa
plus
had
the
their
JK.
homework done.
Yeah.
They had their homework done, so
So-
they get to take the extra credit.
So hopefully everything goes well, everything goes smoothly to the studios and everything. So it just depends how it goes. And like you said, no, Ufotable. Hopefully, best of luck because they've been doing well. And the more of they get, the more eyes, the more audience. They might pick up other series and make them go. Maybe eventually they could probably pick up Samurai 8, but that's just me dreaming, because that looks so good, right, Ray?
I want it to be real, but I know it'll never be real, so I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I
I know.
mean, Mappa is doing God of High School, so they're doing a great job. They did
Oh
a
yeah,
great first
definitely for
episode.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I think that's all of our news. I think we can wrap up and end it right here and right now. James, Ray, can you give us your plugs?
James, take it away, my man.
Yeah, you guys can follow me absolutely everywhere. Just go to see4spoilers.com. You'll find links to all the podcasts on the podcast network. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm doing a lot of content over there. And if you want to find literally everything I'm scheduling, just follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JBExclusive. See you there.
Yes. So currently I am playing, I have put on a new hat and I am the warden of the Horny Jail. That means I'm playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake over on twitch.tv/Rayapollo. That's RAYAPOLLO. Another place I want you to follow me is also on Twitter. And then again on YouTube, because I've got some big scripts. I've been working on some video essays actually for some games that I really enjoy. So I hope you guys check those out when they're live. But I'm putting a lot of time into these and they're going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, just I'm Rayapollo everywhere that you want to look me up. Please do, because I mean, I post a lot of dank memes. So yeah.
Yeah, because it's been a while. I kind of do miss my ray tracing. It's been a while.
You gonna get it back. Trust me. I've been writing a bunch of scripts. Ton of them, actually.
So if you definitely guys, hopefully you guys enjoy our content, and hopefully you guys don't forget that we're coming back for anime podcast. Never got canceled. We're coming back next week, Wednesdays from now for the foreseeable future of the summer, maybe for us as well. But we'll keep you updated. And thank you guys for always watching. And follow me at Legendary Dash, Twitter, IG, anywhere else, and follow our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/AnimeLately and Patreon too. Everything's in the description down below for links. Sam.
Guys, you can follow me at Sam the Manga Man on IG and Twitter. And you guys hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you have a good night. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
And hope you have some good dinner. Because Ray did.
You never know that, though. Remember when LSF ruined lamb sauce?